It's Christopher Green, AMTV, Alternative Media Television. I want to give you a quick update. I'm going to keep it short and sweet today. We've got the markets. I would sell every opportunity, every bounce I would sell. We have not seen the real selling yet. Again, I think the Dow Jones Industrial Average can continue to lose multi-thousand points. We are expecting some kind of bailout probably soon by central banks, and interest rates are turning negative in the United States. So I guess that's how the Fed is allowing Americans to refinance when they're quarantined. I really don't understand. This is a very, very serious issue. Also, Robinhood went down today, the trading platform that a lot of millennials use, and nobody could log into their account due to excessive volume. Same thing happened with Charles Schwab and, of course, Fidelity. Also, I tweeted, make sure to follow me on Twitter. It's almost as if only America's enemy countries like China, Iran, a top official just died, and now North Korea have been targeted by this biological weapon that makes up CV, or COVID-19, the coronavirus. Isn't it interesting that that's where the outbreak is centered? It is the epicenter. And now we have top officials in Iran dying as a result. It's almost as if not the U.S. government, but the deep state planted this virus to attack its enemies. And we need to understand that anything and everything is on the table here. They will reset the debt. It's part of a smoke screen, of course, to remove Donald Trump, put pressure on him, try to get a socialist into the White House. It's also the way that the elites are going to blame the stock market crash because they don't have to take responsibility for any of this. And also everything's on the table. Debt will be reset by war. We, of course, saw this in World War II, the bombing of Pearl Harbor out in Honolulu. And by the way, our leadership knew that was coming, but they allowed that to happen. Many speculate because they needed a reason to push us into a brand new war. And what is CV? What is coronavirus? It is a new threat. It is a new war that we are fighting. Europe just raised its threat level to very, very high. I warned last week that people would begin stockpiling and panic buying. We saw this over the weekend at Costco's, running out of toilet paper, even in Scottsdale, Arizona. Some of my friends tweeted to me on Twitter, they couldn't get toilet paper, they couldn't get food. So people are stockpiling basic staples, resources, and of course, food stocks, which are sold out, long-term food storage is 6 for 1 year, because the U.S. government authorized through Congress $2.5 billion to buy all of that up. So it doesn't really matter what the markets are doing day to day. Just understand that this is a total planned implosion of the fraudulent monetary system, and they're going to, in my opinion, reset all fiat currencies globally to a new basket of some kind of special drawing rights and digital-backed Fed coin. I'm not really sure how it will be constructed, but they need an excuse to basically let the markets run its course after the longest artificial stimulated bailout fake bull run that we've had over the last 11 years. Now, of course, people are going to stop buying big household items, goods. They're going to think twice about buying or selling their home when the market keeps dropping thousands of points a day. Now, again, today's an opportunity. The market's trading higher, and this volatility is not healthy, by the way. When you have 1,000-point drops, followed by 1,000-point spikes, followed by 1,000-point drops, keep in mind that stocks can sell off 10,000 points in a single trading session. Of course, they would close Wall Street down, and they actually have been running drills on that, expecting to close the New York Stock Exchange down in trading floors as a result of COVID-19. And we have to take this seriously as Americans. FEMA is also preparing for this as well. We have to realize that the government is not going to save any of us, and you need to take preparations now. So again, what's the action plan? Food stock, water, survival supplies, gloves. I think people are missing. A lot of people are wearing masks and these kinds of things. But I also think that immunity is your biggest defense. So I would be taking, vitamin C and supplements and vitality supplements and these kinds of things to keep your health up. Again, the greatest asset is your health and then your immunity to fight any of these potential diseases, etc. Now, also, this is clearly an agenda to forcefully vaccinate and criminalize anti-vaxxers, not just here in the United States, but abroad. So it's clear there's an agenda there as well. So this is a multi-purpose tool, in my opinion, not just to force Trump out, put in a socialist, collapse the entire U.S. and global stock markets, push us into negative interest rates. And these are only signs of collapsing empire. Again, I've been talking about this for 10 years. Negative interest rates in the United States? Are you kidding me? I thought we have the largest asset bubble in world history right now. Real estate's through the roof, right? The stocks are up like 4 times since 2008-09. Everything's supposed to be fine. but it's not. So they can never raise interest rates. The only thing they can do is reset our debt paradigm with a planned collapse and a planned implosion. And they're going to use this, the coronavirus, which is absolutely factually a biological terror weapon. I don't know how it was released. That just conveniently infects mostly America's enemy nations like China, Iran, top officials dying, one dying today, many more infected. And now North Korea is sending out diplomats to Russia. The only country that is an enemy of the United States, allegedly, that hasn't been affected yet is Russia. So I don't know how Vladimir Putin thinks about that, and foreign nationals and North Korean diplomats, etc., fleeing into Russian provinces and these kinds of things. But it's happening now. Also, notate, North Korea fired 2 short-range projectile missiles just within the last 24 hours. So this also gives America's enemy nations a reason when we're vulnerable. And Trump said this in his press conference. People thought I was making it up. I wasn't making it up. Watch the full press conference. He said China would be the #1 world economy today if it wasn't for the coronavirus. So it's almost like they're killing 2 birds or 3 birds with 1 stone. Again, this virus has a multi-purpose effect, and it also spreads psychological fear in the American public so that they will take the mark, so to speak, and vaccinations, because again, that'll be the solution. This is Hegelian dialectic, problem, reaction, solution. We've seen it time and time again. I did mention several opportunities this weekend: gold and also cryptocurrency. Smart money will be moving to deflationary assets, and it takes a little while for people to wake up to that. We saw this in 2008-09 with gold actually selling off from $1,000 per troy ounce down to like $700 an ounce at the culmination of the collapse of Lehman Brothers, and then it soared to new all-time highs. We're seeing the same thing in gold today, in my opinion. That's why it's sold off a little bit, but it's a buying opportunity, in my opinion, not financial advice. Same thing with cryptocurrencies. These are deflationary assets. So stock up, get your food, prepare now, share the message. Don't be in fear. Praise God. That's our #1 prep. He is coming back soon, my friends. We love you guys so much here at AMTV. Please share this video far and wide. They definitely want to censor the truth, and they want to cover up real information coming from real people. They want to control this narrative as much as possible. They do want to spread fear, and they want to give you the vaccine. They want to remove Trump, and this is a planned implosion of the global economy, and this is exactly what they're doing. It's what we've warned about for over a decade. So get it out everywhere. I'll keep you guys posted. More content for myself and Chad Booksam coming. Get your food stocks. I'm telling you, we are already 4 weeks out. We're going to be 5 weeks out, not just at my company at store.amtvmedia.com, but again, all of our suppliers, we're down to 1. I believe that we're going to start seeing, we have the panic buying now, but we're going to see more stockpiling and shortages this week. So it really is your last chance to stock up. That's what I was doing for my family and instructing my friends and loved ones to do over the weekend. Toilet paper ran out of Oregon for the first time. Toilet paper ran out in some parts of Arizona this weekend as well, and we're seeing it all over the country as this deadly biological weapon spreads and infects at an exponential rate thousands and soon to be millions of people, in my humble opinion. And Trump is doing his best to get ahead of this and to try to control that narrative, and I think he's doing the right things, securing our borders, etc. But it is obvious we are ill prepared for this, and it's exactly why FEMA just announced today that they are prepping for an absolute, not just global emergency, but a national emergency here on our home front in the United States of America. God bless. Jesus Christ is King. I love you guys. Please share this everywhere.